Hi everyone, welcome to the live stream. How are you guys? Holy moly, just checking the chat right now. First time watching at live at 2 a.m. Hey Devin Music. Hey Xander. All new faces. Double voice? Do I have double voice? No. I was probably repeating myself twice. That's why you think. There is an echo going. So how are you guys? Well, I'm getting the shocks, as I told on almost every stream, there is something happening in the beginning. Sometimes there is no voice. Sometimes I have double voice. Sometimes the audio is phasing. This is so funny. No worries, please. No worries. Once you go live, once you set up your Twitch channel soon, hopefully, you will just realize that it's like constantly, like whatever, praying and hoping and worrying that everything works okay. Yeah, most important thing is the internet connection. I'm always happy, when I just finish a stream and I got 0 dropped frames or anything. I mean, it's not that of a big of a problem to have a few dropped frames, but when the entire stream breaks down for a few seconds or even minutes, that is not really a cool thing. But I'm pretty happy and pretty proud finally, as I mentioned many times before, that I'm finally happy to have a 1080p stream going with 60 frames. So don't ask how long it took until I found out on the camera to set it to 60 frames. This is crazy. So hope you guys had a great week. There was a lot of, let's say turbulent stuff going on. I think you're probably all sick because of that specific competition. And yeah, if you've seen, I put up a video about it on my YouTube channel because just to mention that once, I think it was important. I just felt responsible to speak out for the composers community, that it's the most important point to respect each other, because there was such a shitstorm going on regarding the winning track of that Spitfire and Westworld competition. So, hey Andrew, how are you? So yeah, this was, I just felt like doing that video, and I received quite a few dislikes, but to be honest, I don't care about these, because this is just part of when you go live or when you do videos. Yeah, but that was quite a ride. I think, as I mentioned in my video I released today, I think I spent 3 or 4 hours yesterday just writing and answering comments, which was actually pretty cool to do so. Yeah, not bad. I mean, 155 likes and 50 dislikes is 2/3, It made sense, let's say, put it like this, it made sense to 2/3 of the people probably watching or voting the video. Oh, Marcello, thanks for hosting, by the way. I've just seen that right in the beginning. Hey, Arnold, how are you? Get to the chopper. Supernap, thank you for resubscribing for 2 months. I seriously appreciate. Thank you so much. Yeah, haters gonna hate, but I just wanted, it's the reason why I did that video is just because I'm not really sure if you just experienced this. If we are friends on Facebook, and there was I'm not going to mention too many names, but there was one guy and he was complaining and bashing about the winning track. And I just remember I just chimed in and said, why is everybody so angry I mean, you can, of course, curse as much as you want when you are in your own four walls or just slamming it out on the streets. I think no one cares. But if it happens on the internet doesn't forget. And that guy was just like, I mean, I honestly, I have to say that one person excused himself for saying this, which I found was a really nice move of him. And I really welcomed that. But anyway, that one comment he wrote, it was like really bashing. And suddenly Hans Zimmer jumped in and said that, just he should do some research first before just claiming so many things and doubting stuff and coming up with conspiracy theory. And that was that was just amazing to see. Yeah. How to destroy your career in 30 seconds. You usually need like 5 or 10 years to build up to get to that point that, for example, Hans Zimmer even recognizes your music, if ever, But you can do that in 30 seconds. Just post something, and then you never know who's around of these guys. I mean, they are all people too, They watch the internet, they listen to maybe library demos. You never know. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I totally can understand lots of people because how the competition was handled. But to be honest, to be fair again towards Spitfire, it's like if you hear that 11,000 people submitted their music. I mean, of course, this is a big company, but if I always try when there is a conflict going on in the world or whatever, or me or some other person, I always try to reflect that. I just tend to turn the coin to the other side and ask, what would I do? How would I handle this? And if there was something going on, like just maybe 10%, it's like 1,000 people just contributing music to a giveaway I was initiating. This would shit. You just have to hire like 2 or 3 people and sitting together, and everybody's listening to 300 tracks, and then 300 times 3 minutes, it's 900 minutes. That's like roughly I think 15 hours or something, if I'm not wrong. This is so just yeah. A lot of time. So I can totally understand if there has been frustration. But on the other side, what do you want to do? Everybody said, he was breaking the rules. But then on the other side, you can't even if you can set up a competition like this with a more free mind and saying, okay, just do what you want. Just don't change anything of the the voiceovers and the clip itself. But then Spitfire simply says, if someone changed something, we will, on behalf of Spitfire, we will check if that change or that tweak was okay. And suddenly people came up with all these conspiracy theories. He just changed the entire clip. He, is probably having breakfast with Abrams every morning and all these things. And yeah, but I just think I just had to point out a few things because it was kind of chaotic. But on the other side, if you want to make rules, there are always people asking. And if you have many people asking, you have to set up more rules. And in the end, you have maybe 20 or 30 rules. And then people say, well, I don't understand because rule 3 kind of contradicts with rule 11. So what we are going to do. And on the other hand, if we do it like this, why is there rule 15 or 19? So it adds a little bit of confusion. But I sort of understanding both sides. But, anyway, I don't want to spend too much time, talking about this. But, I mean, this is probably the most exciting thing in our, sampling and music composing world that has happened during this week. Yeah, Butt Knuckle, you mentioned this. This is I even heard that he also received. I mean, somebody was writing somewhere that he received kind of death threats or at least some kind of other threats, and I was like, where are we? You know, this is like, it was a competition. It wasn't someone, you know, storming into what kind of country and just butchering like 100 people, and then everybody was, you know, this would something I would totally understand if somebody like this receives threats, but not because of winning a competition about a sample library. It's like, we're just composers and we use sample libraries. If this is like, you know, compared to other things. I know there are always first world problems and more important problems, but I mean, it's just sample libraries. So let me just quickly read through a few replies on the chat here. Yeah, the same. Yeah, Dragon's Music State. For such a contest, it's a great chance to go for an adventure, but not to expect to win. I'm pretty sure lots of people just had this, you know, realized that they just want to use this as some kind of exercise, and also maybe to get some attention, because when a lot of people posting this, it kind of, you know, pushes the YouTube algorithm also. So if you come up with a track for that, maybe you submit it to YouTube, maybe you use you use the text right and everything, and suddenly many people hear your music. So it was a great way to share your music. But of course, for the people who thought this would be, you know, like $20,000 worth of sample libraries and then some kind of jump board to Hollywood. I know I talked a little bit aggressively in my video about that if people win and think that this is their chance to get into Hollywood, it's sort of true, but I don't want to make that, you know, impression that I think everybody who participated in that said, okay, I will see that as some kind of a jumping, let's say like a jump board to Hollywood. Yes, I Supernap, I seen that Dirk is streaming too right at the same time. He just went online right in the second I went online. So I was like, I'm missing the stream, but I promised to go online on Wednesday tonight. So I actually wanted to go online yesterday and just have a little bit of a Call of Duty gaming night to get my head free after all this, you know, mess of replying to 3 or 4 replying for 3 or 4 hours of YouTube comments. But then, I mean, what happens when you go and want to play some Call of Duty? You go online and then suddenly you see, oh, there is a 37 gigabyte patch coming up about some new thing. Stevie B, thanks for the cheering. It's actually the first time I received a cheer. Thank you so much. That's cool. Thank you. I really appreciate. It's still, everything is still new to me, even after like 6 months of streaming. You know, all this exciting stuff's happening, and I'm just feeling like that lost dog, knowing there's like a bone somewhere in the apartment, but I can't find it. Since you always look around, like, what's happening? Yeah, thanks. I mean, thanks to everyone who, you know, thought I was having some point with that video. But I think it's like, if you break it down in the end, it's disregarding if there was a competition, if some company, I'm not saying that Spitfire did, but assuming a company would fuck that up, there is absolutely no reason, you know, to bash towards a fellow composer. So we should all respect each other. I would totally understand that somebody is like angry or pissed off that they didn't win. I totally understand, you know. I mean, it was $20,000, you know, dollars worth of sample libraries. That's quite a little bit of stuff, but you know, we should all respect each other in a sense. Yes. So. Let me just read a little bit more. Good evening, Nadia. I totally missed that. Dave, I also think I listened to some of the entries made by the same people complaining the winning track was terrible. Yeah, I mean, it's you know, in the end, it's like all a matter of taste. I mean, even if somebody else would have won, and I'm totally convinced, even if somebody would have gone would have won that competition and made it all perfect, he would be like the second John Williams, then people would be there and saying, this doesn't fit, there is something wrong with it. This doesn't fit the scene. There is like some hit earlier than what you see on picture. And one of the most arguments I couldn't understand is that people said, there is like this 8-bit thing happening, but there is nothing in the picture that indicates some 8-bit stuff. And I know what they mean. There is nothing happening with some old Commodore 64 graphics that would imply to go with that music. But I mean, I don't remember the film. There is one very old Western movie. Was it like a Western movie, a war movie? And there was like a very brutal massacre for that time filming the movie. And they used a very slow classical track over it. It was really smooth and relaxing, and then you've seen all that slaughter and massacre and the blood, and it was a complete contradiction. Also the same in a way when you see that movie 300, it's like that Spartan tale, that the ballet of violence happening in ancient times, but then you hear electric guitar, and then you see, okay, where's the relation in that? And then it had some kind of a noir filming, style, but then you didn't hear any saxophone. So I think we should be way more open towards instrumentation and visuals and the music to that. Just placed my water bottle somewhere. Hey, Colin Rain Studios. Yeah, we simply had to talk about it. Not because of the competition itself, but just to say that, because of the composers community. It was more than this competition, because there was so much outrage going on. And I simply wanted to add my contribution to that topic too. I usually stay out of discussions. I don't care about, what's going on in forums when they debate, like like the 7th round robin sample of this library is a little bit off, and there is like a philosophical debate of 20 people. I'm exaggerating, obviously, but this is far beyond that competition about how the composers community treats each other, and but this is everything basically I wanted to add to that. So I'm not spending the entire night. I just wanted to, we just spent like roughly like 24 minutes on that. So I think that's cool. Adam, hi. Did you see that new Hans Zimmer masterclass video? Yeah, I think the 8-bit video. I also enjoy the one with the farts. I'm really a fan of these videos. Seriously. I mean, I love Hans Zimmer, and I think he had to laugh too, probably. Who doesn't enjoy these things? But it's just hilarious coming up with, especially, I mean, you can mix farts basically into everything. It's always funny. I'm not sure what's going on. Why is it so funny that some kind of, little body hole somewhere down below, when it just opens and there is a little bit of air coming out and it just rubs on the skin and it creates that sound. Why is that so funny? This is fascinating. Yeah, primal humor. That's probably the thing. Whoa, James, thanks for following. I appreciate. So, before I forget that, I actually planned to talk a little bit in the beginning, because I should just put my water bottle up here. Because we have a new giveaway going on, and I just wanted to drop the link. Actually, I wanted to drop it before we start talking. Dave Mack, thanks for following too. I actually wanted to drop that link before we start talking, so you guys can earn a little bit of points. So let me I almost hit close giveaway. No, I didn't want that. So let me put the link here. And today we are going to talk about, I was contacted by a music software producer, and he came up with something very interesting. And I thought, let's just put that into put that in the stream. And what he developed is Chord Potion. And I'm not sure if you heard about this, but this is a pretty tool, and I want to introduce you to this for a second here. So it's actually pretty cool because you can, let me just switch screens first. There you also got the window up here. No, here, there. Okay. So I hope you can see everything. Yes, Steve Gibb, I just wanted to, yes, Billy Connolly says, farting is just your arse applauding. I totally agree to this. Okay, so I was just reading. Sometimes my brain needs a little bit. Okay, so it's a pretty cool thing. It's called Chord Potion, and the way you use it is also pretty cool because I remember when there were like plugins like this. It was a little bit of a, let's say, a little bit difficult to set up because you had to put it on like a MIDI track, and then you had to specifically install something else, and then you had to like rewire and everything. So the way this works is pretty cool. I just put up like a repro instance of repro 1 and the emotional piano here. And the way this works, and I hope I do that all right right now, is let's go for the piano first. And instead of all MIDI inputs, I set this to, now it starts. Now it probably just moved a little bit to somewhere here. Oh, it's because I have all my because of my template. So I just have to Chord Potion. Yeah, I was a little bit, because I tested it when my template was empty, but I loaded it to be sure maybe we need some other instruments or something. And then you just hit the the monitor function, and if I play something, so you can already hear that I just hold one chord. And you can hear that it always does something. So let me just, how do we do this the best way? If I just, no, we don't need to do this. I can just go here and let's put this back to, because I just play you like a whatever. Like a little, what did I? No, let's not take it like let's make it like a standard. Whatever, you know, like, let's make it like, something like this. So we got these 4 chords here. Let me just clean that up a little bit because I want to make it really tidy for the, you know, for all the ghosts in the machine right now. Let's cut these. Let's clean that up a little bit. Oh, the legato command. I don't know why. Oh, I still have the randomize feature on here. So let me just get rid of this. No, that's what I want. Okay, just like a little something. So now when we just head over to put this again to Chord Potion, and we just move that up, so we can now fool around a little bit. So it sounds pretty stupid, of course, because this is just the default thing that you have, you know, beats every 4/4. So Andrew, the MIDI input, is that like a way to add a VST, say a violin track, to that channel? How does that work? So it's pretty easy. You set up, this is like the, I think I didn't mention this. So this is just like a contact instance right here. This is, I simply loaded the emotional piano here by, it still says Tone Hammer. It's like very old. I didn't upgrade. I think I didn't upgrade that library, so it's still the very old one. And basically, it's another instrument track. These are both instrument tracks. So you open Chord Potion as it would be an instrument, like Contact, like the Sign Player, whatever, like Repro 1 in this example here. And then you simply say the input is not all MIDI inputs on default like it is here. You simply say Chord Potion. So you basically route one instrument into the other one, and that's basically what you do. And then, of course, when you just fool around, want to play with it, I can't do it right now because I should probably should set it to all MIDI inputs again. But I mean, I can use this track, so you would just fool around, and if you just recorded everything, you just move it up to Chord Potion. And the magic kind of happens here. If we just go in here and let's say I'm picking one of these, let me browse a little bit through all these things here, because there's like a keys mix ballad 1. So if we just play this, it sounds like this. Ethan, the giveaway link is a little bit further above. So let me just post it again. Do I still have it in my... It's still here in my... Okay, so, I mean, let's just check without much talking. Let me just check a few patches here. Ballad 2. Oops. I'm sorry, but maybe it would help to just lower the dynamics a little bit, so you got like... So we can just try something else. Let's try blues and jazz here for a second. I mean, that's pretty cool, especially for a non-piano, non-keyboard player like me, who's just struggling with some coming up with some simple chord progressions. It makes a lot of sense to use that, especially if you quickly want to lay down, like an accompanying track, or sorry, just every time I'm on the plugin and you're hitting enter, it opens the menu. So I just have to make sure to just pick that and move away from the instrument. Okay, something like this. And to be honest, I didn't check out all of these things here, but we can just maybe pick a new patch here. Maybe let's try some there is some really cool stuff like time oddities, everything, odd meter stuff in here. But let's just backbeat chords. And let's just change some of these parameters here. It just takes a little bit to generate the new version, but maybe this is... Yes. Colin Rain Studios, yes, this is the cool thing, because you simply head over to that, to that MIDI or to the instrument track here where I loaded the contact instance, and I can just hit record. And you get the entire MIDI, rolled out here. So if you quickly want to come up with something, you want to get, try a weird arpeggio, or simply want to get inspired, you just record it, and then you can still change stuff. So I really like this. I think this is a great way to manipulate. I mean, we can even go further and just do some, let me just to go sure that we are not messing anything up. So let me just set this back to all MIDI inputs. And let's set this repro instance here. I actually planned to do like a full stream also on this, but I just want to mention this at the side already, because I recently got like the unfinished, the Substrata sound pack for Repro 1, and oh, yeah, that doesn't sound like it. Sorry, yeah, I'm really sorry. Just have to get used to this. So, I mean, I don't want to make this list, but this is really cool patches. So let's just find... Maybe let's try something simple here. And just go back to Chord Potion. Just move that to the side and just play like a simple... Just like a simple note, nothing really fancy going on, just a simple E, 4 bars. This is still chords, so we should make it maybe like bass focus or something. Let's try this. You can even come up and generate a new variation right here, and then it takes a moment. Let's do this. Going down an octave, generate a new version. Adam, you're talking about the patch library of the unfinished of Matt Bowdler. It's called Substrata. Yes. So this is like the recent, I think the most recent library. Anyway, I just wanted to put that. I was planning on actually doing like a full stream or at least dedicating a little bit more. But since we just loaded, or I just loaded the Repro 1, I just wanted to make sure to mention this quickly. So, but I mean, no matter what library you're using right now, you get like an unlimited amount of new arpeggios available. So if I think about this, I tested this, and as soon as I understand kind of the concept, I say, okay, I keep the rest for the stream to get like a little bit of that exploring thing, because I can't sit here for like two hours like somebody stupid and figure out how something works and don't understand anything. So, but I wanted to leave it to the to the actual stream to discover some stuff here. I didn't check anything how this works, but you can even have several presets above here. I'm pretty sure you can also change these with some kind of key switches or something, but I'm pretty sure you will learn that from the website. I mean, I don't want to replace the manual here. You're just fooling around with it, but it's pretty awesome because you can come up with some very cool stuff very quickly. Let me just let's load something else, because I think there was like a bass. So much stuff in here. Where's all the stuff I used before? Oh, sorry, yeah. This is the, yeah, right. This is the one I've used before. So we got let's just randomize the melody. I don't know what that is. Always forget. So I mean, you can sit there for yeah, basically hours. I mean, if I would be like a little bit older, probably like like 1 year older, I would probably be like sitting there and saying like, oh, I'm forgetting that I'm streaming, and sitting there and experimenting with all these things and trying to, because it's cool, because usually you spend like, how does you always learn like a new sequencer when it comes to all of the new synth. And to be honest, I'm a synth freak, but for me, it's always like when you sit there, okay, how does that sequencer here work? Okay, you do this, then something works, then something doesn't work. And sometimes you don't really find the patches. So you can just sit there and have yourself inspired to come up with something. And it sounds pretty cool. So what I also want to mention, this is very important. Let me just listen to some of these time oddity things here. Let's load this 5/4 arpeggio right here. So this is so cool to see, especially for me, since I love, odd meter stuff, that you have, I mean, how often does it, oh, I just heard some noise, some white noise, but it's obviously raining. Let me just quickly check something. Yep, Thor is visiting me right now, or us here in Hamburg. It's like I got the window closed and I hear the rain. It's like it's completely dark outside currently because of like yellowish dark. It's like Armageddon time. So what I wanted to say is, you know how often I really can't count these moments, how often I was sitting here and working, and I would have loved to have like a like a an arpeggiator that simply transforms some kind of a 4/4 pattern, because they are probably all in 4/4, and have something in 3/4, 6/8 going. And now you can simply just this is so cool, especially if you want to have some kind of a game track, which is sort of medieval, so that you have like the ram ta tam ta tam, you know, like the triplet stuff in 3/4, 6/8, whatever you want to compose in, but you want to make it modern, or you simply want to use some kind of a arpeggio that goes along, or maybe you use that arpeggio as a, you know, like the root for the lower, for the double basses. So you can come up with something and put it beneath it and support the track. And I've always missed that, and now it's all possible. So, Dragon's Music, I simply have to ask you again, were you living in Hamburg, or were you a little bit outside? Sorry, I forgot, but it's pretty weird right now because I've recently, my girlfriend, she's living like, it's like probably like 5, 6, maybe a little bit more. I don't even know with the distance. I just sit in the car and I get out of the car when I'm there, you know? And the rest is like the navigation, like Google Maps does it. But is it like roughly like 10 kilometers or something? And we recently had this where it was like raining like crazy over here. And we just talked on the phone later. And she said, no, there was just sunshine at my place. So there was probably like the edge of, you know, rain coming down here in beautiful Eppendorf. I don't even know how to translate this. It doesn't have anything to do with an app, that's for sure. So I actually want to show you one more thing, which is very cool, because let's just go on the website for a second. And there is some really cool feature happening, because there are packages right here. So let me just quickly go over that. And okay, so I mean, it's like, you know, it's 45 euros or $49. So it's kind of a steal, you know, considering that it takes a lot of work away from you, that it inspires you, that you know, can come up, that you basically, you know, I see it like this. You have like 10 synth at home with the, let's say, the arpeggios you're using all the time, and you are not that, you know, not that sure how to work with it, with the arpeggiator, and really come up with new patches and do all the automation and stuff. So you just have these 10 synth, and suddenly you get this plugin and it multiplies all your patches again to like an infinite amount. So I mean, considering that, it's pretty much a steal. But what is even more awesome, and I really love that, I never seen that before. When you head over to packages right here, you see all these patches here. And I downloaded the Time Oddity and I think the piano sessions. So let me just, I didn't grab the goal. Did I download the piano sessions? I'm not really sure. Let's check. So if I pick that patch, and this is really cool, down here it says copy package to clipboard. So if I click that, you see this little window, the data was copied to the clipboard. Please open your FeelYourSound software now and paste the data there. Then you head over to your little Chord Potion plugin, and then you see that little, I don't know, what is a clipboard, right? I just said it. I hear clipboard and instantly think, what is it called when I want to say Zwischenablage? So, which is a German word. I know German, but that's how it sounds. Yeah. So you go in here, what I wanted to say, you go to the clipboard symbol, and then you say paste from clipboard. And what's happening now is that it saves several files were found inside the container. Save all the files to disk, and you say yes. You can find the new files in the preset list now. And then you go in here, and then you got all the piano sessions files of that package in the plugin right away. So whatever you want to pick and download from the website, and I mean, if it's that, open, let's say open sourced, you can really estimate or guess that. No, sorry, I just wanted to stay on the packages. You can probably think that there are a lot of more packages coming in the future, so you can check in and just import that stuff with a clipboard. This is just cool. I've never seen that before. Usually when you just want to install something, just go to that folder, then that folder, that folder, that folder, that folder, and eventually you find a preset folder, and then you copy your stuff into this. And this is absolutely cool. I mean, it was, created by a German, so what do you expect? I'm sorry I had to do this, I mean, we are efficient, but we don't have humor, like everyone says, but... Yeah, I've never seen that before too, and yeah, all these German and also dad jokes. So that's like the worst, probably, like a German and dad jokes. This is really, But let me just load some of these. Maybe we should go back to. Let me just quickly do this and just load this piano thing again, and just get rid of this connection here. And load the Chord Potion thing on this channel. So let me just load some of these piano sessions here. I mean, that's cool. Obviously, you got a little bit of, there's no reverb on this, and so it makes it. And I'm not really sure how to. I would love to see something where you can fool around with the velocities. This is probably the only thing I didn't find yet. You can even change the theme. Oh, cool. Welcome to the dark side, standard. Okay, that's dark. Okay. So as somebody recently said, I was watching an OBS tutorial, and somebody said, you have to use the dark theme, otherwise I'm stopped talking to you. Because who would use, like, I mean, I'm pretty happy that they didn't include like an entire white theme like Skype looks. This is just terrible. Every time you open Skype, it's like, ugh. I know you can set it to black too. I know, but you want to avoid that Skype is crashing, because it always does, probably. So I forgot what I wanted to say right now, but let's check out another thing here. Piano Sessions Ballad 1. Yeah, right, the velocity stuff. So this would be cool if there would be some automation happening that, to understand accents. Let me just remove notes, add notes. Add notes M. So this is like t-shirt size right now, so with XXL notes. Okay, this is like the value, more notes, not bigger notes. But I like this, and I mean, even I'm just, thinking again about what I just said, that I would love to have some velocity stuff going on, but you actually don't need this, because you could you know, record this right away and then take care of the further editing. So it doesn't need to be all being available in one step. Okay, you just have to work something for your money you will receive. So oops, I just played this again. So, and then you can go in here and just, you know, at least come up with some randomization. Oh, I'm just seeing that there is a lot of stuff happening already. Oh, sorry, I'm probably playing it double. I'm probably doing... Oh, Cubase is saving. Don't crash. Is it actually that what I recorded? Yes, I think so. So I just had the impression that I'm double routing it, as it usually happens with my stream and the audio, but yes. Okay, so Steve, you say that you can randomize velocities. I'm pretty sure that you can. I mean, there is a lot of stuff going in here. I just have to find a way out how to do this. Octave, cycle, keep on running, restart and chord change. This is also cool. Can we do effects? So probably it's something in here in that list, because you can come up with all these effects, chords on the melody, then you insert effects. These are additional MIDI effects again. Oh, sorry, right here. I'm blind. Let's load another one so we get the most. Listen to some more patches here. Right. Holy shit. Yeah, now we're in trouble. So you can even go in here and edit the pattern. Because I was already asking myself how you you know, change or how you program these things, because I didn't look into that. Let's listen to something else. Chord notes melody. And you even have all these things going on here. You can load presets and then you can change all these individual things here. And probably you have all kinds of channels also, so you don't mess up. So you can use it to at least like 4 channels, I assume. It sounds funny. It's like a little bit on... Sounds a little bit like taking too much of the genre drug right now. So, yeah. Oh, you seen that? Maybe I'm blind again. So you see, you say, pick one of those effects drop down, randomize velocity is available. See, I mean, I was pretty sure that it is. Oh, groove variation, step variation, randomize. Oh, sorry, on the effects. I'm sorry, yes. Randomize velocity, right, there we go. Thanks. So let's load the XL. I really love it. I mean, to be honest, I'm doing not that much with piano, obviously, but I mean, of course, when I need something, when I hear piano and I need it, I program it. But to be honest, it's probably one of the least instruments I touch. I would rather grab my guitar, of course. But as for the synth stuff, this is so awesome to just come up with some new arpeggios, just in case if you want to quickly get inspired or you simply don't want to sit down and manipulate for like 2 hours. This makes a lot of sense. Oh, they also have it. Yeah, totally. Thanks. My chat is so supportive. Just totally forgot to mention that they have a demo available. So, but I actually wanted to go back to the side and quickly. So you got a lot of it's pretty awesome actually too. When you got the instrument, you got like a very cool manual. And I mean, it's not that much what you have to do when you set these things up. And you're ready to go. I think it's like a no-brainer. And I mean, it's not like something which is in the 3-digit area or something. It's like 45 euros. So that's pretty much a steal. And this is what we're also giving away today. But we just have to let it run a little bit more. Hey, Gas. Yeah, that was something probably I would have loved to see too. So how do we do this? Because let's just try. Let's just simply try, because let's just try that with spiccato samples. So maybe I'm doing the following. Just play. I'm not really sure what it needs now. If it needs like a sus patch, let me just try that. Is it some kind of repetitive mode that I can just, let's see how this works. Like this. Okay, so let me just quickly, maybe I should load something else. Arpeggio 1. Oh, okay, I got it. Yeah, I was just having a brain fart, haha. Because I had the impression if we just use a full note, then we would need the sus samples, you know. So I was just, but we just need that MIDI note to control what is going on in order to trigger the spiccato samples. Now I got it. Sorry for the confusion. So let's put in that randomized velocity. But this is probably the only thing which kind of bugs me when you just add something and you just want to play it and you hit enter, that it opens the menu again. But let's just load something. I'm pretty sure there will be a string package. You know, let's just try keys. I'm pretty sure there will be some kind of an orchestral epic string ostinato package soon. It's just a matter of time, because I see this thing. This is what I love about it. It's pretty, you know, how do you say? It's not open sourced, but everybody can participate in doing something like creating these patches. I'm not really sure how open it is that you can create these things and upload it, or that it's just being developed by the developer. But I'm pretty sure that there will be like a user base available soon. I'm not really sure, but I don't want to spread false information again. But 7/8 arpeggio. What is it when we put 2 randomized velocity Sorry, we are here. No. I think I have trouble finding out where we are right now because it seems like this thing is empty. Yes, but it says nothing. So I'm not really sure if there is also a default. Yeah, but this makes sense that this is probably the one. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't want to cause a crash, but I think it should be probably just sysx or XML files or something. So it should go on a text editor pretty much without complication. I'm not really sure. There's on the website, there is like a, let me check this again because you can see golden guitar. It's like an FYS file. So that's probably like an internal file. But I mean, you could probably, you know, post Hauke. He's the developer of that, and get into contact with him. I know that he wanted to actually join the stream, but he's on the road tonight. He told me that he can't be there. So if you just write him right now, don't expect an answer. And besides that, it's like 9 p.m. in Germany anyway, so you can't expect someone to have immediate support. But I mean, just in general, if you just write him, I'm pretty sure he gets back to you pretty quickly and tells you all these things. But this is, I really love it because I just raised the, sorry, I wanted to have it like this. Just lowered the velocity on the first one. And I mean, just assuming you like a patch, you just go down as I did before, and just in case somebody joined, and you can just record that. So, and yeah, then you have it here, and then you can come up with. I think I'm still triggering something. Yeah, of course I do. Jihad, yes. I want to stick to English, but yes, we talked on Discord. So just let me quickly read. Okay. So, country music lady, hey, Alex, do you have any Giadu? I'm sorry, maybe it's a typo or you slipped off the key, but I'm not really sure what Giadu means. Maybe everyone's laughing already, and I just don't know what it means. So, no, I'm just kidding. So yeah, and you can just drop in and let me just. Yeah, I double triggered this, but by muting it, you can just see the individual things, and then you can go on and change everything what you want. You know, like fooling around with the velocities and just coming up with everything you put into your logical editor and So this is very cool. I really love it. This will definitely be put to use on, especially, I'm really hot for trying this, you know, in terms of synth, you know, to coming up with all kinds of arpeggios and DJ Adam, this is, you're a naughty guy. It's French. Kofifi, maybe. I'm not even sure. So I'm sorry. To be serious, country music lady. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what you're talking about. If I have any Geadu, I sorry. Maybe it's a language barrier because I'm from Germany, so I don't know what that word is. Maybe I just have to. The only thing I found is like a surname, like a last name on ancestry.com, but that probably can't be what you're talking about. I'm really sorry. I would love to help you. I would love to answer your question, but I honestly don't know what that word means. So, yes. I'm not really sure, just coming to my mind. Oh, Ethan, you asked this, if we do like track submission. I'm not really sure if I mentioned this already, but I asked around on my Discord server and said that I would be probably up to do some track submissions later on, but I didn't receive anything so far. So that's why I wanted to be rather spontaneous, on this. Yeah, but I think we covered everything so far. So I mean, obviously you can get all the other things from the manual, and I think that was the main part. There is no hidden stuff going on. You got these 4 channels. You got all these things you can set up and quickly change. So you can load up to like 12 different patches. I'm not really sure if there's some kind of a key switch thing where you can change these in order to trigger several ones, but I mean I wouldn't need that. So if you just say like, yeah, pattern 1 works, and then you eventually set up another track where it's probably done to have like a resource, like a default plugin up there, and then you can quickly use it for strings or woodwinds, piano, synth, or whatever, and just come up with your little. Maybe save it into your template already, and got all these different slots filled here, and then you can just recall them. Yes, but Matthew, yeah, I to be honest, I was afraid of that because I hardly don't have any guitar library, but I just tried to find some guitar sounds here. Let me just open a contact instance and just try to find maybe some contact guitar sound. Actually, I sometimes switch. Yes, I pretty much started, recording videos probably like 12 years ago, and I did it in English, so I just tend to stick with it, even though I would love to have like a German, stream going, and even like have like 1 or 2, German videos on my YouTube channel. But you know how the community sometimes is, that everybody chimes in, and you have like pretty amazed because we already scratched like the 30 watchers, 30 viewers, and then probably like 10 leave off again. So I don't want to appear impolite that you just talk, even though you announce it, but then all these people popping up and be interested and probably reserved some time for the stream, and then I'm starting some Kauderwelsch, you know, something German. Let me just go desperately trying to find some guitar. Where's like my contact? Oh, Contact Factory library. So let me just find some quick guitar. It's probably in the band folder. Guitar, acoustic guitar. Let me just quickly go back to. Oh boy, no, this is just, I don't. Oh, nylon guitar. There shouldn't be any. Okay, that's kind of an okay patch to use. So I just quickly loaded the, you know, the nylon guitar of the. Let's try this for a second. So let me just connect this again to Chord Potion. And just let's quickly load this chord pattern here, because it's also pretty interesting, I think, to see how it just works with an. Would be funny to see it with vocal samples, you know, like everything will be distorted. I think you can get some pretty dramatic sounds on that. Put like a big reverb on it and then chop the reverb off. I can imagine some pretty amazing stuff happening here. I don't actually have the guitar stuff in here. Ajihad, thanks for following. Do I pronounce that right, Ajihad? Thank you for following. So this is the cool thing, you know, I just forgot to get this. So I just go over and hit golden guitar, copy package to clipboard, and then head over and just hit the paste from clipboard. And I got this. I got these guitar patches in here. This is really cool. I've never seen that before. Why didn't no one never ever thought about this? Maybe someone did, but I didn't hear about it. So, but anyway. Is it like that contact guitar is sounding so weird, or? Hey Eve, yeah, I just probably should, let me just scroll up and post that link for you, because there should be some, I should probably post that somewhere. Here we go. Thanks for being here, by the way. Yeah, mod wheel. No, I just turned this down, so. Oh, let me just check if there is like a mod wheel thing going up here. Show CC. Yes, thank you. I have something in here. This is probably the problem. Sort of. But I mean, the guitar sound, of course, if you have like a, let's say like a more quality, not like some standard. But let's do like a little bit of, let's make this a little bit more beautiful, because let's load some cinematic rooms on that. guitar booth. Let's find something bigger. It was like Dark Cathedral. Well, I mean, there could be better samples, but it just loads some of these other things here. Classic 3. We get some folk too. Let's try this. Oh, I forgot to. Hey, Stuart. Okay. I mean, it's like probably if you are a string player, all string libraries sound weird to you. It's the same for me with guitars. It sounds like. That makes a little bit more sense. That sounds pretty beautiful. But what I really like about Chord Potion is that the additional packages, when they are named Golden Guitar, I'm pretty sure some guitar player took the time and created these patterns because they sound pretty real to me. I mean, let's just record this for a second here. I just wanted to interrupt the repeating process. But when you look at this, it looks pretty. I mean, it looks pretty realistic that you can play this on guitar. So, like from the fingering, got like the low E, then you got like the C above, which is on the 3rd fret. You got the next E, which is on the 3rd string on the 2nd fret, and so on. So it looks pretty realistic. So I think, and this is what I wanted to say. This is what I like about this, because when you have a dedicated patch being released for let's say now guitar, then you can be sure that the arpeggios you are getting from that package sound appropriate for the instrument. So I'm pretty sure when there will be like a string packages being released, maybe a woodwind package, you don't know, maybe some brass staccato repetition files. I see there's a lot of potential by expanding the libraries for this plugin here. So let's check out a few more things here. Picking triplets. Oh, sorry, I should probably get rid of this. Let me just maybe turn down that beautiful reverb for a second here. Now we have to have a little bit. I love that we always have kind of this English-German grammar philosophical thing going. I love that. Maybe we should do like a switch one. So I'm talking for like a full sentence or just like for 5 minutes and then saying the same again in German and then switching back. This would probably be funny. It would feel a little bit like Wetten das, like there was an old show in Germany, and I'm not really sure when they didn't have some kind of translator. They had like an international guest, like, oh, there was like someone coming in from Hollywood, it was like special back then in like 1985 or someone. There was like whoever, Arnold Schwarzenegger, I mean, he was from Austria, I think back then, but it was pretty anyway. I think he played Conan by now, so he was, forget it. But he was in that show and it was always special. And they would just, I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger obviously is a bad example because he speaks German in a way. So, but when they had like an international guy, an English speaking guy over there, and the moderator always, kind of spoke twice, the once in German and then in English, and then he was translating directly to the audience what that superstar whatever said. That was really like funny. Oh, you guys had Wetten dat, just one letter different. Yeah, maybe like a little bit more. Yeah, but okay. Yeah, that's really funny. Yeah, it's the same ambulance and Krankenwagen. It's the same like Schmetterling, and butterfly. It sounds so beautiful, butterfly, but then you have Schmetterling. I really love French because if you have like two people and it sounds like they are just explaining their love to each other, expressing their love to each other. It sounds totally romantic, but the reality is they probably talk about, insulting each other, but it sounds so nice. It always sounds really nice. It's like, I really love this, this all these different languages. It's just fascinating. Okay, so what do we have here still? We got some guitar strumming that I wanted to try. Maybe we can check how this... I described French people as if they were birds. Yes, maybe it's because of that, it feels like that romantic language. Maybe it reminds me of the doves sitting around the Eiffel Tower or something. I don't know, but yeah. So what I wanted to say, I was surprised by the guitar strumming patch right now. I mean, considering that we have a library, which, let me just switch back. How many round robins do we have? What is it, like 4? I don't hear it. Let me just turn off the reverb for a second. It's just 1. It's just 1 probably. So to be honest, it sounds pretty amazing when you hear that strumming pattern. Okay, I just... It doesn't sound bad. Yeah, Max, thank you. You mean you just posted something right now? Okay, I see it right now. So if we have still a little bit of time, we can, of course, do a little bit of track reviewing here. We could, of course, spend some time and talk a little bit more about the Spitfire Westworld competition. But no, I'm just kidding. And seeing like people just, leaving the channel. No, don't be afraid. I won't do that. I'm done with this. But yeah, to be honest, it sounds pretty amazing. And Matthew, it's just, you will be surprised. It's just like that. that standard nylon guitar library of the Contact 6 package. It's not, I mean, it's just nothing special really. It's not really like a dedicated, I mean, considering that it's just like from that default package, let's so to say that it's like from the factory library, it sounds pretty good. Yeah, it's the Contact Factory. Maybe I can try something else. Maybe just, let me just to be sure, when I just open the, just moves again. Contact Factory library. Let's load some funky. Let's load the jazz guitar for a second. No, that's a beautiful jazz guitar. No, let's go back to the nylon guitar. I'm sorry. Let's try some of the other strumming patches here. I still have the reverb. So the decay may be my fault here. And maybe we, I mean, if it's decay, we can just, you know, tune the samples or just I feel like John Travolta in that scene. Where do I change? Where is the, am I, there is no decay or ADSR something, ASDR. Let's load another one. Lost Travolta, right. It's like, where is that? Where can I change the decay and the release? And next one? I'm pretty impressed, to be honest. I mean, it's, of course, you know, when you would do it, but considering that it's just like a, let's say like a little guitar patch from the default library, from the factory library, it sounds, I can't imagine what it would sound like when you have like a high quality guitar with lots of round robins. Eighth note strumming. Yeah, I mean, but yes, I'm really impressed by all the things you can do with such a little plugin. Usually I'm not a fan, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of these things you can somehow implement, and then you have to install something, and then you just have to find all these channels and reroute it, and you know, this kind of, how do you say, like that approach they used back then for it should be up somewhere here. Like, what is it called? I don't know. But the rewire, right? The rewire setup, like that propeller head thing, when you were able to just implement all kinds of things, but you just had to go through kind of that you know, like that Vienna Ensemble Pro setup where you do all these things I don't like to do. Oh man, yeah. So, but that sounds pretty cool. I'm really impressed. This will definitely find good use, especially, as I said before, when it comes to synth and stuff like this. Okay. Ajihad, round robin, it's actually like a term. When you have, let's say, a sample of the note C4, and if you have an acoustic guitar or a string, a violin, and you have a staccato note, and you want to have several notes of the same articulation of the same note, so that when you repeat the sample, that different samples will be triggered, so you don't have this kind of machine gun effect. I hope that makes sense. So if I play that right now, let me switch that back. You can hear that it's like different. It's not always the same sample. So that's why you can play like. So this is, you can also have, you can have round robin, that it also follows all the time the same, how do you say, like the same root of the sample. So you always hear sample 1, you always hear sample 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, depending on how many round robin samples they have. I think there was one library, I think in the Berlin strings, it had 48 round robin samples. It's crazy. And you can also have like random samples where it just switches between these 7 samples. So you have like one phrase going like 1, 7, 5, 3, and then 4, 6, 2, 1, whatever, you know. So I hope that makes sense. You just have basically several samples for the same note, so you don't get this machine gun effect. And machine gun effect is basically what's happening here when you listen to the same sample and it sounds. It sounds like a robot. So, yes. So, just reading, if I just missed something, but I think it should be pretty clear. I really love that thing. I think I leave the giveaway a little bit running. So currently I see 9 entrants. Should I post the link once more? Or do you still have it? So let me just. Yeah, no worries. Sorry for German. I will translate. Yeah, I mean, this is why. Right, exactly. When you play guitar in reality, technically, if you play like 1,000 times the same note on the same, you know, velocity, on the same dynamic layer, let's say you play a mezzo forte sample all the time, 1,000 times, you probably have like 1,000 different samples, because you're never able to play the same note twice. It's not possible in physics. You can't play this the same. So that's why they try to simulate the physics of a real guitar, violin player, whatever. Norman, I'm not really sure if you dropped in right now, but I mean, mainly for EDM and synth. I mean, you just heard that we did it. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not really sure when you dropped in, when you arrived, but you just heard, hopefully, that we used it on acoustic guitar, we used it on strings, we used it on piano. So it's not mainly for EDM and synth. It's basically for every instrument. You can check the website and you can see that they have all kinds of packages here. So you can see that you can use it for keys, you can use it for guitar. They even have Time Oddity, which is an odd meter package, piano sessions, golden minor chord progressions. That's pretty cool. Lo-fi hip hop, trance explosion, mixed bag. So they got all these things in here. And hey, Seven Clang, just nice to see you. Thanks for being here. So, and later up, you just posted one question above. If Chord Potion is having bass. So just to understand, it's a MIDI manipulation tool. It's not something which comes with sounds. You just have to use your existing libraries and feed the MIDI signal into this, and it manipulates the MIDI and then spits out, for example, arpeggios or simulating a guitar player from just a full chord. So I hope that made sense. Oh, I understand. Okay. So, if you guys want, man, we already are live for like almost 2 hours. That's crazy. I think I have the feeling we just started. So if you guys up for a little bit of a spontaneous track submission thing. So I mean, I have to say, like, Ethan was first, so I have to download his track first. Well, just head over and just Norman, I just posted the link above here. So let me just download. So I just wanted to ask, if you have nothing, if you are up for doing this, we could do a little bit of a track review thing, because I promised to actually do that the last time, but I was so tired and strung out, I think I wouldn't have been able to deliver some valuable feedback. So I think it's much better than so if you want, we can do this. And let me just, so I have no well, I will just shout, because I'm just seeing like a VIP 3. I have no BPM here, but I mean, let's just listen to some music and see what's happening. So this is a track by Ethan. It doesn't have work in progress, obviously. Let me just load. It should be around 64. Oh, the tempo. Okay. Let me just, yeah. Let me just play it. Maybe we don't need it, but I will see what it is. So you can tell a little bit of something? Adam, I actually have no track. Actually, I think I have in my folder, I have a few tracks I wanted to review the last time, probably, but I'm not really sure. I would have to check. But let's do like the spontaneous thing tonight. So maybe we just limit to maybe like 3 tracks or so. So I still have a bit of stuff in here. Okay, so let me just... Okay. DJ Adam, let's do it like this. Max already send a track and Ethan send a track. So if you want to send some in, we can do this. Then we have like 3 tracks or so. So let me just listen to this one here. And Ethan, maybe you have a little bit of a just reading. If it's like it's meant to be a theme for a drama. Okay, so let's just... Is it really okay to skip? Because I usually don't do that. Maybe we can just... we just leave it. Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it. I don't have, anything major or particularly to say, except like there was actually one point. I mean, it's super if that would be in a movie, like as Eve said it, rainy day somewhere in the world, or yeah, right. Yeah, said it, like a rainy murder scene, something dramatic is happening, or maybe like a car accident, or what did I see recently? I've seen Sinner, the third season of Sinner, which was really great. And there was this accident in the wood, the car accident, and he was sitting in front of that, let's say the person that got more injured, and he... Do I spoil anything right now? But I think it happens pretty much in the beginning. So, I'm not... Yep, okay, of course. Yeah, or White Lines. I don't want to spoil too much. Maybe you didn't watch Sinner right now, the third episode. I'm a big fan of that series. I love the 2 seasons. So if that would be something dark in the wood, some accident happening, some dramatic scene, something sad, this totally fits. I wasn't just sure about one thing. I think it was here. I think it happened somewhere else. Zaza Music, thanks for following. That spot maybe was a little bit... I know what you try to do. You hear that sometimes many other tracks. It comes to my mind that when, there's this, I think in Inception, there is this one track where it just goes on straight, and then you sometimes have like wrong notes, and then they are leading to something else. Or in that waltzish kind of track for Interstellar, there was something happening. At first I thought, ooh, what's going on? It sounds a little bit off. I'm not really sure if you would need that, but... But after hearing it for the second or third time, it sounds fine, but... What I really like is the percussions, the drum groove. What I don't like that much is like the continuous hi-hat. It sounds a little bit like way over the top. If you... I would just maybe break it up like 3, 4, like June, June, like leaving holes in there and not having it all the time, like, all the time. Yeah, I think that if there would be one thing that sounded like, again, this is doing criticism on a high niveau. It was probably the hi-hat all the time, because this sounds a little bit distracting. It sounds like crickets, but at this level where you listen to it already for like 2 hours or something. I'm sorry, but you probably know what I mean. I would just maybe break it up. And I always find it cool when you break it up in kind of an artistic manner. You could just really go crazy, I think you could go really crazy and don't pay attention to any, kind of musical rule that you just have to do it like 8 and then just have like an open hi-hat or something. Like they usually go crazy in all kind of R&B tracks. Beyonce, for example, they go crazy on the hi-hat. If you listen to these hi-hat playing, it's seriously amazing. Sometimes you're at a club and then some Beyonce comes up and you listen to the hi-hat work and it's so amazing. I would definitely use that as a, kind of a, just, studying, I don't know, her music as a studying material to just see what it sounds like when they do all these hi-hat programmings. It's really amazing. And there is actually one thing towards the end. I would have probably wished to have it like and going a little bit higher and have a little bit of a soft roll. Actually, not more percussions or something, but maybe some mellowed timpanis, just a little bit of a roll, and maybe going a little bit higher and raising the mod wheel a little bit more, like triggering it towards the end, so that you create this really shit. Something happened, and you just really want to go with it, and then you just. And then it goes back to like fading out. Otherwise, it doesn't need any, anything else. I really love the track, and it's a great build-up. And what it was really going well here. Sorry, I'm using Hans Zimmer all the time, but the same on Inception is Time, the track Time, which basically consists of like 4 or 8 tracks, 8 bars, and it repeats. And I'm usually against this because you should tell kind of a story and not be limited by bars all the time. But this is exactly the style of music which lives from being repetitive, and so you build it all the time, and you come up with more drama, and then suddenly you're at a point where you're just used to it's like a trance thing. You're getting used to this, and suddenly it breaks off, and then you're back to like the outro. So I really love it. Great track. I wish I could say more about this. I'm just thinking, because I don't want to, put like the spotlight on me or anything, but I remember I did one track where I really spent, I think it was a demo for Heaviosity. I just tried to find that track for a second, because I probably spent like 1 or 2 hours coming up with some kind of sophisticated hi-hat groove. But it just bear with me for a few seconds, because I think it makes sense when I play to you, but I forgot the track's name. I just have to, I think it was it this one? Let me just, can you hear this? If I just play something right now? No, that wasn't the track. I think this one. Let me just quickly check. No? No? I can't find it anymore. Shit. I thought I can find it pretty quickly, but there was like one track I was really going crazy with it. No, that's super normal, was it? No, I thought, oh, this one? No. This one. No, sorry, I thought I find it, but I don't. I'm sorry. I had one track which was pretty sophisticated with hi-hat, but I don't find it right now. Feel like disturbing the party right now. So I don't find it. No chance. Maybe it comes to my mind. So we have let's just move on, listen to another track, you guys. Just trying to find this. What was that track I was doing? I don't know. Was it this one? No. I don't find it. Anyway. This makes me mad when I just want to find something, but I don't, but I can't. Was it this one? No. Fuck it. Anyway, I think... Oh yes, sorry, this is the part. I really sorry. So this is the part. It was a track for Heaviosity's DM307, the drum library. And I mean, I just move this over here, and this was the part. So I just use that normal pattern here, but I just wanted to demonstrate it. I really wanted to find it because this is what I'm missing in that track, because you can go way more, you know, sophisticated. This is one of these spots where you can really, you know, get into it, get really nerdy as a composer and start, okay, I just come up with something really sophisticated, really something where everybody's listening it and say, what is going on at this place? Because it doesn't matter for the message of the track. It's just like a little bit of a side element. And this is the perfect example, at least for me. So this was, yeah, basically it. So I can totally imagine something, and I try to prepare the hits because you have the same halftime feeling in your track here. So it would totally, you know, it would sound totally amazing if you just replaced the hi-hat, which is all the time, with something very sophisticated, which maybe I even was at the studio in some place and we played like a little arpeggio on guitar, and the producer asked towards the end of the track to twist the arpeggio so that you don't recognize, that you don't notice it anymore, because it totally gets out of control. And this is what I love about music, where you can really go crazy and get to that moment. Okay, now I can get nerdy. Now I can be like that sophisticated guy and put in whatever I want. And this is like a place like this, I think, for hi-hat, where you can come up with something like this, where you can do some kind of elements which are really crazy, because it would even support the scene more, because you want to create some drama but also some kind of confusion, because this is always kind of connected with drama. You just raise that track to some scene where something tragic happens, and you want to also confuse the listener a little bit. So what is going on? What is about to happen? What will happen? And then you support that feeling subconsciously by coming up with some kind of chaos with the hi-hat. So I hope that makes sense. So let's quickly download Max file here. Let me just move that over. So what do we have here? An adventure track. 74. So I think we're fine with not, you know, putting the BPM. Yeah, thanks Ethan for this track. It sounds really amazing. So let's see what we have here. This is track by Max, adventure track, work in progress 2. So I will have some mercy. I'm just kidding. So let's listen to this. I love that. Love it. Seriously. A few minor things I would just change or add, but this is really a great theme because you kept the consistency. No big changes, you know, nothing like I'm the composer. I have to put some kind of ego in there. Do I have a microphone unmuted? Okay, so I just want to make sure. Yeah, I'm on air. I think probably at this one point, this is just criticism on really high niveau. This is like, at this point, I would have loved to have some... You have this nice ostinato going on. So it would have been cool, I think, as I said, just a minor thing to just have this repetitive, this ostinato going, and just maybe double the, very softly, double the violin going up. And also raise this from the volume a little bit, like really have the orchestra like coming up a little bit more rather than just... Because the brass is doing all right, it's perfect. Maybe just like a little timpani roll or something. Very soft, just like a little bit of rumbling. And and you have this attention moment, right? To be honest, at this point, I would have loved to have like a stop like here, because you already introduced something like, you know, what is going on? And then everyone's holding their breath and then holding their breast, right? And then holding their breath and just going to the next part. And I think I would have loved to see that here. So, and then... And definitely at this point, let me just try to, you know, come up with something. I would definitely add some kind of, you know, let me just load like these heavy Hans Zimmer, the taiko ensemble or something. What is this? Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is a new taiko ensemble by Hans Zimmer. It's like... It should have sounded, it would have been really funny if I would hit like an 8-bit sound right now. So if you just go like... So you go... That was maybe too experimental, but maybe like a little bit more of a steady pattern. We should probably add some more close microphones in here. So to have a little bit... So you just add some weight to the track, and they are not really, you know, audible in that sense. I mean, they sound pretty loud, but that's why I love these Hans Zimmer percussions, because they add a lot of weight to the track without making it blurry or making it like, you know, more like subtle percussions in the back, but they sound pretty mighty. And that's probably about it. Maybe... At this point, it makes totally sense that you just, you know, transnotate it or transpose the track. But I would have loved to see a counter melody of something happening. Maybe not the choir. Maybe like additionally voices, female voices above, and then have something like... something like in the back. It could be like not really like a full melody, maybe just a little bit of a signal, like a horn signal or something. You could also use some kind of a choir, which is singing fast phrases. I don't even have... let me just quickly load some little bit of choirs here. This is always a good way towards the end of the track. Yes, we could. Yes, definitely female vocals on top, like it's happening on the. Yeah, Clara would definitely be a good voice, also from the color of the voice, but also like some of this floating stuff, or similar to also the what I really love, my favorite trailer track right now, We Are Gods, you know, because there is like this floating female voice on top towards the end of the track. What you can use here, why did I, oh sorry, no, I just wanted to load the Clara Sorace. She's a very great Sorace. I'm sorry, it's like a Sorace at the end. I noticed that. I remembered that. She's a singer. Just Google her. She's a really great singer and a very kind person. And in collaboration with Stefano Maccarelli, they created Ethereal Gold back then. And yeah, this is a beautiful vocal library. But what I wanted to do now, it's always good to have something in the back, because you get so many, let's say, live elements right now, that it would be cool to hear something which is kind of pedal notish. Something like... Sounds better like this. I'm not really sure if you could hear it. Let me just, you know, exaggerate a little bit here. Just have to make sure of the scale. Okay, so... So you add kind of like counterpart, but not really counterpart-ish melody, but just like leaving the one blank empty, and then something like this. You can come up with some very sophisticated stuff also. Nobody cares what's happening for these counterparts. You can just go crazy as, you know, Ethan could go with a hi-hat. So... You could even like... Maybe you should double this with... So have the full choir singing, like, and doing all these to make it sound richer a little bit, not like... But keeping the pedal note, like... So you add like a little bit of, yeah. I mean, combine that with it, you know, like, let's just quickly. mean, there is probably some rub happening towards the end, but I don't care right now. And then we just double that with a... Oh, the mod wheel drop. Thank you, Native Instruments. Where are we? Oh, here. So you just come up with something like... So you hear the difference. It's really just like 2 layers more. And since we have like decimator drums loaded right now, maybe just very subtle. I'm a fan of, you know, these Hans Zimmer tom runs. You know, something like this, and then it's just really, and if you just compare that with... And I don't want to, maybe just as a little bit, what I always do is just compress the shit out of the choir. So we can do that real quickly because it's like a cool, you know, like a cool trick to have when you have choirs and you come up with some... Man, that loaded fast. Compressing the shit out of it and just adding some little bit of... getting rid of the dull frequencies here. I don't care how shitty this sounds right now, but if you just listen to this inside the track. Of course, maybe a little bit too much EQ or something, but you don't want to have any weight from the choir just floating above and having all that, you know, that action and the power coming from the drums. So World War III is written here. Hopefully not, you know, but yes, I think you can go. I mean, it depends on you how epic you want to go. I really love when drums and percussions in general are very subtle, when they are just there and not really play a major role. But I mean, come on, when you have a track like this, you know, you have a great instrumentation. I really love it. And I would just go full blast, you know, just towards the end, especially. Yeah. I'm not really sure if I would like to go back to... You know, go back to the main key. I somehow like it, but you are sort of used to that. So it's probably, yeah, we're in D minor right now, so, and then... B flat. So you go back to that key. I'm not really sure if it sounds kind of... At the first moment when I listened to the first note coming in from that last theme, it sounded wrong. But it could also be interesting. It depends on the scene or what you want to achieve. This would be just... Don't care what I said. So it's Yeah, but I really love the track, definitely. So I hope that was a little bit of helpful stuff. I was just thinking ahead already and asking. I think you had a track, Mr. DJ Adam, I think, but you just posted like a YouTube link. Was it like this? So maybe we can just, I can't do anything when it's just a YouTube link. We just try to. Oh, okay. So no, I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but you know, I was just because I just wanted to leave that. But then we have this coming in. I mean, nothing towards the music, but in general, just there's this scene popping up again. No, but let's listen to this. Let's do this, of course.
Verified. Enable semi-automatic control. Disable safety features. Maximum speed. Go.
What's happening to him?
I think he's switching genres.
We need distance. Head south.
Is that an issue?
No. It's not. Point and shoot. Police ahead. Maintain speed. Maintaining speed. Sharp left. Now. Hold on. All right, I need you. Drop in, intersect, maximum speed. Arm charges now. Accelerate.
Acceleration at 90%.
More.
94%.
More.
98%.
Stop.
Why the f are we stopping?
Get down.
Yeah, I loved it. I definitely loved it. It's great. I was just thinking about something. I mean, in general, this just totally fits. There is nothing. I mean, just to get to that, to get to that criticizing mode. I think, yeah, when you say, I think it's distracting the dialogue. I think the thing is, in general, this was a music competition. So if we would have done the music as you would do it on a TV show, hardly anything could be really audible because the dialogue always has to be upfront. So actually, you can't submit a track for this, especially for this scoring competition, when it's about a TV show or a scene from a TV show, and making it that soft and that low volume-ish that it fits to the dialogue. This is not possible. I think, my personal experience, this is not possible to make a scoring competition which is all about music and then making that soft. However, what I think, I mean, this is just like personal, but I would have, it's like a complete matter of, I really loved how you went kind of off action when you see the cars. I really loved that when you just broke the track down to let's say, regenerate or re-energize the ear, and you did like this little, when he's having that switching the genre moment. Oh, it was like, was it? I don't actually remember. No, I don't remember right now. Oh, here. Sorry. You worked with these kind of sound elements, like as something has been downloaded to this nyet, 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 nyet. What is coming in here? I would have loved to see that again up here, where he's having that. Is it here where he's having this moment again?
More 98%.
Like something which is just breaking down for a second and seeing, okay, something has been happening to his brain again. And there was actually one scene, probably I would have loved to have a little bit less density, a little bit less in the, I think it was around the end somewhere.
Hold on.
Maybe before that.
Hold on.
To just sign what is it named, Caleb in the show? What he said, we missed. It's obvious already, So I would just go down maybe. I think it's obvious from here. So at this moment, you see, okay, nothing is happening, and then it's already, the bullet is already out of the picture. So all this.
Hold on.
But as I said, it's just minor stuff. Probably 11,000 people wouldn't agree with me right now, or maybe 1/3. But all in all, I really loved it. Actually, I think I would have loved to see a little bit of less action on this part where it's not really sure what's going on with the motorcycle.
All right, I need you. Drop in, intersect, maximum speed. Arm charge.
It kind of sounds like as it's already obvious that they will win or that they will succeed by stopping that other car. So I would have loved to have a little bit more confusion, maybe a little breakdown, more cluster melodies or something, or cluster arpeggios. But I mean, this is just minor stuff. So So it's obvious that they already win. I think I would have had some more drama at this moment still. You're already, I mean, the production is just, it's just tipping my head. This is just first class. Seriously, what percussions did you use? I'm asking this everyone. I'm asking this always. What kind of percussion do you use used for this? So I would think I would bet some Cerberus or something. Maybe mixed with some Devastator and what else is in there? Some toms, maybe some heaviosity stuff, some damage. And I would have loved to have a little bit more drama towards that point here. And that's not really sure what is happening. Is the motorcycle slipping off again? Does he? And then at the explosion, I would just go through. Going straight into that winning moment. But seriously, this sounds definitely, Strike Force. Okay. All of the above. Wow, that's good. I was never good at guessing percussions like right now. And Strike Force, but I think Strike Force sounds very, I mean, I got the library too, but at points, I don't tend to use it because it sounds that boomish or that, reverb, drowned in reverb that I actually can't really use it. But I think I probably missed, I think I recall that there is some kind of closed microphone, but something was going on with that where I say, yeah, it doesn't fit all the time. But yeah, I really loved it. Seriously, this could have been totally working too. And I mean, just to quickly, this one sentence, I think I did like this 45, as you mentioned before, that 45-minute video on this. I think the only reason why I think David has won is because it was so obvious that this switching scene is happening. And what I just tried to describe in my video with that inception moment, that David came up with something that changed the perception of reality for Caleb. And then he symbolized that with the 8-bit stuff. So it was kind of like a weird and messy, kind of a download virus thing to his brain, or like a drug messing up his brain and his thinking. And he's like, what is going on? And he's experiencing it in a funny way. And then have the normal or traditional orchestral elements, the guitar, the drums, being on the side as being perceived as the default reality for everyone else, and then it's merging up. I think this was not maybe not the production so much. The drums were a little bit dry, and I mean I described all that in the video I did, but I think it was kind of that obvious, point where he introduced something which sounded like, wow, brilliant. He created a story within a story. And I think that was the main point. It wasn't, and I think this is where a lot of people went wrong. If we just, I'll stick with this for a second. Let's change the screen here. I think where a lot of people went wrong and were confused that no one said that this was an actual pitch for the Westworld, for that episode or for that scene. I think at this point, they were just looking for originality, and it's pretty obvious that the track by David Cudell wouldn't end up in an episode like this. This is totally, absolutely obvious. But I think the point was to look for someone who is original in his thinking. And it wasn't really like the entire production, but this is what happened when you work on a TV show. This happens anyway, that you get into that rewriting or editing phase, that you just, can we just get rid of the high strings or something? And it's crazy. I think I told you guys for like a few weeks ago that I'm working on a game trailer, and I'm still working on it. And not right now because there's another round of revisions, but it's probably like the 5th or the 6th revision right now. And I think that I don't know actually how long it is, like 3 minutes something. and it has to be really, really high class. And I'm really so excited when this is coming out. But this is at this stage, it doesn't matter if something is off at the production, because they will fix it in that editing and reviewing in that reviewing phase. So I talked a lot. Let me just read, yeah, I mean, I didn't say that anyone cared. To say that everybody was striving to win. Yes, for you it was an exercise, and it went very well, obviously, as we listened to that right now. Okay, so let me ask you something. If Schindler's List, if they mention the Jews from Hungary, you would not score it with an Hungarian Xaras. I mean, I know what you mean, but it totally depends on the scene. And I know that the 8-bit stuff is a little bit off, because many people, if that's what you're talking about, because that's what people are referring to, that there wasn't no 8-bit visual stuff going on. Yes. Well, at least when I listened to David's track in the beginning, I didn't care about Westworld at all, and I think it wasn't the point that you should come up with something which happens in the Westworld universe anyway. It was just that scene from show. It could have been whatever show. Could have been like a scene from some kind of a TV series which hasn't been published yet. I totally, I'm not really sure if people, I think that was the point, that people associated that scene with the entire Westworld universe, and they tried to come up with something like this. So, and I know in a sense that David also kind of thought about that drug genre, but he came up with that 8-bit stuff, and yes, I actually don't know the scene. I actually didn't watch any episode. Maybe I should get into this and watch it, because I also like Aaron Paul as an actor. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, it's like, I understand the controversy, but I think as I said before, for me it was just like having this, that they were looking for something original, what was happening, because when he would write music for a scene, it's obvious that he could do it, because when you can think outside of the box by coming up with something weird like this, I like to say a little bit like that. When I say Columbus Egg, the story, I'm not really sure if this is true, but there were like a lot of people, like explorers, and sitting around the table, and there were these people, and they were discussing on how to balance the egg on the top, on the tip, so that it doesn't fall over, and they were discussing how to do this. And then Columbus entered the room, and he just took the egg, and it was like a hard-boiled egg, and he just took it and did like, and put it on the table, and obviously it broke at one bit, but it was standing on the table, and everybody said, I could have done this too. And you also damaged the eye. You didn't, the egg, sorry, you damaged the egg. Eye is the German word. So, you did it wrong in a way. And yes, of course he did it wrong, but he just did it. The egg was on top. And it was kind of this original thinking. And everybody said, yeah, I could have done that too. And he said, yeah, but you didn't, So, I think it's like, I don't know. I don't want to defend Spitfire. I don't want to defend David too much, but I just felt like coming up with that, especially to explain a little bit, just in case somebody. And there were a lot of people on in the comment section. They said, "Oh, I wasn't realizing that it was about some drug changing the brain, or it was a good argument to change reality." But of course, I mean, in the end, I don't know, but I just felt like saying all this and just sort of like coming up with, because of that respect thing, that the composers community is actually not like that big and everybody knows each other, and how quickly you can, by just insulting someone only because they've won. This thing is over and he won those libraries and don't know what's happening next. But I mean, we all know that. We don't have to get into that again. Yeah, you say it. There's like, is it a mosquito? Oh, shit. No, didn't catch it. That would have been cool to catch the mosquito while talking. But anyway, yes. But I really do know, to change topic again, but I really loved that track. I really loved it. I think there were some really great tracks tonight. Definitely. But just, we did, from now on, we have to do this way more often, because I'm now back, let's say, home alone. I got some time again and to take care about music and to take care about videos and coming up with cool stuff. Yes, Matthew, just to get to that, you don't understand why Spitfire didn't make a story out of it by explaining the procedure. I would have loved to have like the jury at least sitting there and just presenting a track and, losing a few words why they did it and how they did it. And even by explaining just some real obvious stuff like maybe I did in my video, it would have been way more clear, and the people would have way more, pleased by hearing something from these people. But so that's why it happened that hidden, actually. That was probably the problem where all these conspiracy theories came from. Everybody was looking for that name, David. Who is David? IMDb, blah blah blah. Oh, he worked with Abrams before. If you technically see it like this, I worked with Zimmer, I worked with Eric Whittaker, I worked with Sarah Brightman. With all these, just don't want to put myself into the spotlight, but these are people I worked with, and with Leland Sklar and all these guys, I worked with them only because I was involved at some point, maybe just additional arranger. I worked with Trevor Morris. So these are all things that happened, but I was either playing a bigger or a little bit of a minor part, but I was technically, working with Hans Zimmer. So, I mean, if I would have won like a contest and Hans Zimmer would be in the jury, I mean, would that be a make-off, like a setup? And this is, can you sing Rockstar? Rockstar! Is that enough? So maybe I can. Oh, somebody's trolling. Okay, so cool. Yeah, we just have your 5 minutes. I don't care. So, did I miss something? Yes, I mean, a lot of people also thought that they weren't listened to their tracks because some people didn't see some raise or some numbers rising in the view count on their YouTube videos. But you never know actually what happened. I don't want to say that people missed something. It could have been also like YouTube algorithms going off because of Corona and people having there and not being able to control things. This happened many times. When I was, especially during the phase doing daily uploads, there was always some kind of a message. Statistics are not right. Something is happening, and so you never know what's happening. Maybe they forgot to put the tag in there. I don't want to defend the entire thing, and I don't want to claim that people are, forgot these things, but you have all kinds of reasons that could have happened that it seems like the jury didn't listen to the tracks. So yeah, it's Alex Home Alone again. it's actually pretty cool to have a little bit of silence around myself. But it was just for 2 weeks, and it's always an intense time to have my mom here and my little one. And I already miss my little one, even though she's just like, it feels like she's just 5 minutes gone. So I already miss her again. So yes, right. They could have deleted that because it's like 500 entries right from the same, or at least like, let's put it like this, 11,000 videos coming from the same IP. This could be a reason too. This could totally be it, that they deleted these entries, because if you have like people, subscribing, I mean, the other way around, that like, 100 people subscribe to each other, but they don't interact, that the YouTube algorithm gets rid of these connections again. You're talking about my daughter. She's getting 13 in July. So basically it's her birthday in like 2 weeks. Oh, actually next week, Sunday. So yes, we talked about a lot of stuff. We listened to some awesome tracks. We checked out some, I'm reminding myself that there's still a giveaway running. So do you guys still want to buy some tickets? Do you need the URL again? Can I? Yeah, probably. So this was the giveaway link. So just in case if you're entered late, we just reviewed that little, not very, little plugin called Chord Potion, and we did a review. If you dropped in late, just as Josie did, couldn't resist saying that, then you can watch the recap. How do you say, like the video? Catch it again on Twitch. You can rewatch it, and I would say if you still want to buy, some tickets right now, man, seriously, I've heard so much weird stuff about me. I heard all these. I don't even know if I can say that. You're not worth like the dirt under your fingernails because of the style of music you've written. And somebody like on Twitter, like, you're an arrogant twat and all these things. To be honest, I don't care about this. I see this. I'm thankful for these people because they invest time to spend a moment in asking me to sing Rockstar, or, telling me to fuck off. I don't care, actually. I don't care. Probably banned himself or herself. But it just amuses me, to be honest. So if you still want to buy some tickets, we have 11 entrants. So let me know. Otherwise, I would just... Oh, Matthew, you earn Pepper Bucks by watching the stream. So if you head over to that competition site and you connect your Twitch account with stream elements, right somewhere at this page, I'm not really sure if I want to change giveaways, maybe to something like add a comment on YouTube or something. Yeah, it would have been nice, Dragon's Music, to have like a German stream and actually save one more or a few more synapses on translating all that to English. But then again, it's a good school, a good training to keep talking in English. So I would say, Matthew, probably if you just joined, the competition right now, or you're just looking to get these Pepper Bucks, like the currency, because you get it. I think I'm not really sure if you get it while being in the channel or after connecting your account to stream elements. But I think it happens just for being in the channel right now. Yeah, Dutch and German has a lot of similar words. Yes, pepper is the English word for Pfeffer, which is, you know, because it's my name, my last name. So this had to come up, DJ Adam. This had to come up right now. I know. Can I just use one of my? Yeah, I can see. I can do this. Okay, so I would just close this right now and pick a winner. And then we have some happy person. Let me just close this one in 3, 2, and 1. So now let's draw a winner. And Chord Potion by Feel Your Sounds goes to B Hazard. So if you're still here, let me know. It would have been too funny if Josie won. Right. Oh, sorry, I couldn't just. It's still funny. So congratulations, and just let me know how I can find you. If you're still there. Oh, you're still there. Hey, great. Oh, you got like a little symbol right now. Great. So, okay. And you're German too. That's fascinating. So, in the end, everyone is popping up being German, you know, and you were making fun of me all the time because you want to hear me talking in English. So, B Hazard, just give me some way. Maybe I'm not really sure. Are you around on my Discord server? You find the link below below my you know, in the Twitch settings on the cards, on the labels. You broke the rules. Okay, so you just hit me up over there, and I can send you the because it just needs a serial number, so I will just forward that to you. Guess, yeah. Oh, I think I watched that bit that he's enjoying Dr. Pepper. So, yes. I actually love that stuff too, but I can just drink it like once a month or maybe once a year, and then I'm just, if I would stick to it, I would probably drink it too often. And I was actually pretty proud of myself because I woke up this morning at 5 and I went running for like 3.5 kilometers. Yes, I went running at 5:30 in the morning. I'm planning to do that more often because I just have to be in shape, you know. So, but if you're that young like Daniel, you know, and you're drinking that stuff, I mean, nothing would happen to him, but he probably has to get careful when he's like in the 40s, and then suddenly you drink like a bottle, and you can. Is it like that much fluid in my belly? No, it's just the sugar being, you know. Yeah. We ban all Germans. You all broke the rules. Okay, so I think I would call it a day for this night. Thanks everyone for being here. It was really fun. It was really a pleasure. I hope you had as much fun. I'm sorry that we spent quite some portion of the night going back to that Spitfire Westworld competition. But I really loved the track. I actually loved all the tracks being submitted tonight. And I will have, you know, an announcement that we have a, you know, more decent track submission. Maybe we have a full night. And then, of course, we have to create some music again. Maybe we'll have some, you know, gaming stream at some other night. Because I think I successfully downloaded that 37 gigabyte patch of Modern Warfare. Okay, so, but for now, I would say, you know, stay healthy, take care of yourself wherever you are. And thanks to everyone being here. And also thanks to Feel Your Sounds for, you know, providing us with a free copy of Chord Potion. And if you want to see it again, if you want to recatch it, you will find it on the Twitch section, on Twitch in the video section, you can rewatch that entire 2 hour and 58-minute long stream. Okay, so I would say see you maybe in between, maybe, and otherwise next Wednesday. Thanks for being here. See you soon. Bye.